So let the rhythm hit 'em, just let the rhythm hit 'em. Cause when you feel it in your soul, lift the sound system. Let's turn it up, a little louder, turn it up. A little louder, turn it up.
This Lion fan base have been craving home playoff football since this building opened in 2002, and they've got it today at Ford Field in Detroit. Ahead will decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game, as we've got a great one in store between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Detroit Lions. The fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round. We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. And what is going on here? Are they serious? First down, and they're in punt formation. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Lions will take over. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Pass the 60, pass the 60. 19 right.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
Nice job there, forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game. Watching him try to take away that area of the field.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And oh, that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up fourth down. And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. It's taken to the 26. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over first and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Aiden Hutchinson. He's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss. Burt sets up to throw it. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Chidobe with a pick. Well, I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
They'll run on first down. It's Gibbs, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Mustang 19.
Second and 11. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. And the Eagles force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
The first play of the drive there is incomplete. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
On 2nd and 10, Hurts. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
Well, it doesn't take a whole lot of investigation to figure out why they're still sitting at 0 on the scoreboard, because their quarterback's got to wake up and start reading defense a heck of a lot better after throwing his 2nd interception.
On the way.
They'll start by running the option to the right. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. On 2nd down, it's Gibbs. And he is going to lose yardage here. 3rd and 15 coming up after that loss of 2.
Well, they went back to him, but the results were similar, so I highly doubt that he'll get another opportunity here on 3rd and long.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
Madden 60. Three.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
And I believe that that gain on 3rd and long changes things quite a bit, because this would be a very long field goal. I wouldn't be surprised to see him go for it here.
Let's go. Seven Pirates. 12-50.
Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And, partner, I know so far, we're still in the first half, but you love this game as a defensive guy. 0-0. We'll see if the offense can get going on this drive.
Well, you know how they talk about music to your ears? How about what it does for your eyes when you watch something like this, right? When these teams are locked in and going at it, no points going up on the scoreboard. I'm loving it. You're exactly right.
Well, switch over, though, to an offensive mindset for a moment. What do they need to do here to get on track and get some points?
Well, I think a couple of ways. Number one, you pull out something that maybe they haven't seen before. Coaches always talk about unscouted looks. Maybe you give them something that they haven't seen on tape, and now you shock them that way. The second, run your basic playbook, but run it so well that you give your skill position guys a chance to make big plays individually.
12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down. Once again, it's Swift. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Next, the receivers have spread the defense out. They were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Hurts. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. We're scoreless after 1. And perhaps now close to the first points of this divisional round game as it's 1st and goal. And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. He's at the 50, the 30, 10, and he will bring it back. An interception return for the Lions, touchdown. And we'll see if that pick 6 looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally, and you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome? But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. An excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
That's on the tackle, Penei Sewell. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Let's go now.
They'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
On second down now, it's Gibbs. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. They'll come up now on a second and long after the hold. Now they'll pitch it out here. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this one dropped in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be. And now it's fourth down. Badgley able to knock this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. They already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting players on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Ball at the 24 and a second and 11. Throwing is Hurts. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here. Third and long. And now here is another interception. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me, because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now they'll pitch it out here. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable second down.
On second down, it's Gibbs, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher, 3rd and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Cut 19.
He'll look to throw. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend.
Bronco switch. Hawk 70. Hawk 70.
On first down, Gibbs. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Extra point by Batchley up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
On 2nd and 9, Hurts. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Hey, check that.
Here's a handoff to Swift running left.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
To throw again on 2nd down. Hurts. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Kirby Joseph. And the Lions are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
That's a beautiful read there by the safety. It's zone coverage, so he's just going to sit back and watch. He knows he can't get beat deep because he has the end line to protect it. So he can react to everything in front of him, and he makes a great break on the football and comes down with the interception.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Let's go.
A big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already.
Hurt! Hurt! Right there, hurt!
Now back to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Detroit.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away.
And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
And they're in the position they expected to be in. They got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
In motion left goes a tight end. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Nakobe Dean coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
Back to throw here.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. Fourth down coming up.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
On second down, Swift.
And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Here's Hurts to throw.
He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Watkins, 47 yards. And the Eagles are able to cut into that deficit. So that, Charles, their first score of the ball game, obviously, coming here in the third quarter. Is that going to be enough to energize the troops?
It's a great question, and we'll wait to see the answer, but it's finally something for them to build on. Now they know that they can actually score against that defense.
Now that Eagle offense will stay out there as they'll go for two. And it'll be intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. He's at the 50, 30, 20, 10. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick two, if you will, as halfway backfires in a big way. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Hey, Chad.
Looking to throw. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. This is fielded at the 27. Nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
On 1st down, Hurts. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Goddard. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 14 yards there and an Eagle 1st down.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
19 fight, 19 take. Cut 19.
They're going to look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 10 here as we sit in the 3rd quarter of this divisional round matchup. They'll look to throw again. And this is caught inside the 5. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped it to 1. That goes for a gain of 31.
Let's go now.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Unlock life. Unlock life.
On On the sneak, it's Hurts. And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone. Another shot from the one on 2nd and goal. On the sneak, it's Hurts. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. On the sneak, it's Hurts. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on 4th. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
The kick by Elliott is good, and that will move the deficit from 20 down to 17. So it was 4th down and 1 in the red zone, but they elect to take just the 3.
And I'm a little bit surprised that that's exactly what they decided to do. I kind of thought that they would go for it in that situation. But sometimes I'm sure you just think to yourself, take the 3 points, put them in your pocket, and move on.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Hurts. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Quez Watkins. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Eagles are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Offense ready to kick off their next drive. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Second and 9 now. And this one's incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum the other side is starting to gain.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked by the former Lion, Darius Slay. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. So, my goodness, I would have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field, where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down.
They'll find Swift out of the backfield.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Second down and 3.
50 Vikings.
A handoff, Swift running to the left.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to be a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete.
The kick by Elliott is good. So kind of disappointing there. I mean, yes, they get the 3, but with starting field position like that, 3's not what you're banking on.
No, and you just have to wonder if you can afford to let chances like that continue to pass you by. You've got to find ways to get the ball to the end zone and put 6s on the scoreboard.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
And this has been a tight game to this point. Of course, they usually are at this juncture of the playoffs. But with the lead in the football, the clock right now their friend as they try to book their spot in the conference championship next Sunday.
It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the 1st down sack. On 2nd down now. It's Gibbs, and he takes us across the 15 to the 17. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long. Back to throw. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
Here comes the Lions punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll take it just outside the 40. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over.
Come on. Hey. 19 tight. Cut 19. 50 Maverick.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
Open man is Goddard, the tight end.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
8 yards on the pickup.
They'll run right here with Swift.
And he'll take this one down to about the 40. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game.
They'll They'll try and run here with Swift. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 47 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave them with a 3rd down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. Now a give, right side, Swift. He's not going to get there. That one could be close. It was blown up in the backfield. They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, they can smell victory, partner. They can see it on the horizon, but certainly we're not done yet here. Defense still has 3 timeouts, and obviously this is a very slim lead they're holding on to.
And let's face it, the easiest way to get this done, challenge your ground game. Challenge your offensive line, your tight ends, your receivers. Anyone who's going to lay down a block, don't let there be penetration because they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and maybe bring extra people to the ball. If you can do that, make them burn their timeouts, run out the clock, life will be good. But if you really want to gamble a little bit, a quick play action, quick throw, might be able to get it done. Just make sure it's not incomplete and stop the clock.
On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down.
Here we go, here we go.
He'll decide to keep this once more. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. They'll send the tight end in motion. On 2nd down, it's Gibbs, and he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. That 2nd down run, a big help. The 7 yards leaves them with just a 3rd and 3 now. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. He'll drop to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Davis. And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1. And I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly a big one here late in a tight game. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Gibbs on a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 12, and that should just about wrap this one up.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead now up to 14.
Next, the score, Lions 31, Eagles 19.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, this is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. The line and so long.